सहनौ भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। 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 सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये आत्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतम् विजृम्भयत्यपि महा योगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत्कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यत्साक्षात् कुरुणाद्भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भोनिधौ श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नानाच्छिद्रघटोदरस्थितमहा दीपप्रभाभास्वरं ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिः स्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभाति तत्समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं दक्षिणामूर्तये साक्षात् तत् त्वम् असि इति वेदवचसा यः बोधयति आश्रितान्. To that Dakshinamurti who gives this knowledge as what? Tat tvam asi. So this is a Mahavakya. What is a Mahavakya? Any statement where there is an equation between Jivatma and Paramatma. Whichever statement where Jivatma is equated to Paramatma, such a statement is called Mahavakyam. Mahavakyam is the essence of the Vedas. If you say, what is the message of the Vedas in one line? Then you have to say, Jiva Brahma Aikyam. So what is the message of Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is the essence of the Vedas. So the message of Bhagavad Gita also is Jiva Brahma Aikyam. Kshetrajñam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. In every kshetra, in every BMI, know that kshetrajña, that Jivatma, to be me. Right? Ahamatma gudakesha sarva bhutashaya stitaha. I am residing in the hearts of all as the very Atma in them. Right. Now, There are a lot of criticisms against this. How can you say you are God? Tat tvamasi. Blasphemy. How can you be God? Do you know who God is? Sarvajnah, Sarvashaktiman, Sarvavyapi. That Bhagavan, you say it is you. Who are you? Alpatnya, Alpashaktiman, Alpavyapi. There is no comparison. You are a small wave and God is the huge ocean. How can you compare? Blasphemy. So Vedantic students must have a clear understanding of what Tattvamasi is. Because it can be very much misunderstood. So here Tvam doesn't mean... Anyway, let us first have a mathematical analysis. Because there's an equation now. Tat equal to Tvam. So what is that Tat? Tat means that God. How will you put mathematically? That God is none other than consciousness. Consciousness identified with the totality. Samashti is God, isn't it? So what Samashti? Samashti Sthula Sukshma Karana Prapancham. The totality of Sthula, gross, Sukshma, subtle, Karana, causal bodies. So consciousness identified with the totality is Tat. Tat means what? Paramatma. So in equation you can write Paramatma equal to consciousness plus Samashti Sthula Sukshma Karana Prapancham. So mathematically how will you put? Paramatma equal to consciousness plus how many Sthula Sharirams are there in this world? Infinite. So therefore Paramatma equal to consciousness plus infinite into gross G, subtle S, causal C. GSC. What is GSC? Gross, subtle, causal bodies. Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, Shariras. Every individual is a Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, what you call, entity. What is an individual? What is Jivatma? It is Sthula Sukshma Karana. So let us put it GSC. So Paramatma equal to consciousness plus how many Jivatmas? Infinite. So infinite GSCs. One equation over? Right. Second one. Because see, in equation what you have to do? You have to prove right hand side equal to left hand side. Okay. So Paramatma equal to consciousness into infinite GSC. What is Jivatma? Jivatma equal to, what is Jivatma? Consciousness identified with one gross body. So Jivatma, J equal to consciousness plus one GSC. Is it fine? What is Jivatma? Identified with one gross body, one subtle body, one causal body. So 1 into GSC. Now can these two equations be equal? No. Now another important equation. What is it? GSC equal to 0. What is GSC? Equal to how much? Why? Prove applying Dakshinamurthy theorems. Vishwam Mayaya Pashyan. Maya means what? illusion. The whole Vishwam is what? Maya. Whole Vishwam is what? Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam. So therefore, non-existent. Vishwam Yatha Nidraya. Vishwam Idam Jagat Maya Kalpitam. Right? Vishwam Asat Kalparthakam. So all these things, what does it prove? The entire Vishwam is an illusion. So therefore, all the gross, subtle, causal body is equal to illusion. Means what? Zero. Isn't it? So GSC equal to 0. Now apply Paramatma equal to consciousness plus infinite GSC. GSC equal to 0. So what remains? Paramatma equal to consciousness. What about Jivatma? Jivatma equal to consciousness plus 1 GSC. GSC is 0. So equal to consciousness. Paramatma equal to consciousness. Jivatma is equal to consciousness. Therefore, Paramatma equal to Jivatma. Hence the proof. Right? This is called Tat Tvam Asi. Meaning what? The essence of the Jivatma equal to the essence of Paramatma. So when we are comparing, we are not comparing with respect to the gross subtle bodies. No. We are not comparing that way. Definitely there is no comparison between Jivatma and Paramatma if you give importance to the Sthula Sukshma Karana factors. But the essence is the same. We are talking of the essence. Essence of Paramatma, essence of Jivatma is the same. So Tat equal to Tvam. So if you want to search Tat in Tvam, what you must search? You must search for consciousness. That Sphuranam, that Chaitanyam, that Jnanam, that you have to search. Just like similarly we can write about wave and ocean also. Wave equal to ocean. What is the essence of the wave? Water. What is the essence of ocean? Water. So with respect to the essence, wave is nothing but ocean equal to water. So this is the way we have to understand. Right. Sakshat. That's why the word Sakshat, in essence, in reality. Sakshat Tat Tvam Asi iti Veda Vachasa Yaha Bodhayati Ashritan. What is the benefit of gaining this knowledge? Yas Sakshat Karanat Bhavet na Punaha Avrittihi. Where Bhavambho Nidhau, in this ocean of becoming. So this world is called Bhava Ambhonidhau. Ambhonidhi means ocean. Bhava Ambhonidhi means the ocean of becoming. What is this ocean of becoming? Everyone thinks that if I become this or that, I will be happy. This is a delusion. Maybe if I become this, I'll be happy. See, I am not happy, but that person seems to be happy. So, this becoming is not right, that becoming is right. Maybe if I am miserable because I am not educated. See, that educated person is happy, so I must become educated. So one birth. Be born to gain education. Oh, see, the married people are all happy. I am not married. That is why I am miserable. Okay, another birth. When you are married, you say, "Arey, this is not what I wanted. It was somebody else." The grass is always greener on the other side. You know the nature of the cow, if you see, if you have this experience. This fellow is roaming. In front of it, grass is there, but it thinks there it is greener, so I should go there and eat. And this cow is roaming, oh, roaming. Right? Bhatakna, wandering. Right? Searching for green grass. Right here, right now, there is green grass. It doesn't see. There. This is called bhava. Maybe if I become an engineer, I will be happy. Maybe if I get a good job, I will be happy. Maybe if I become beautiful, handsome, I will be happy. Maybe if I become strong, I will be happy. See these powerful people, influential people, politicians. Maybe if I become a politician with power, I will be happy. Every time you desire, what are you doing? You are sowing the seed for the next birth. Because this creation is designed to fulfill your desire. Why? Because you are desiring means who is desiring? Paramatma is desiring. Paramatma's desire has to be taken seriously. This Prakriti will take every desire of Paramatma seriously. See? Because this Prakriti knows that you are not Jivatma, you are Paramatma. You may not know, but the Prakriti knows. Brahmashraya Maya. So Maya has to fulfill your desire. So this is the way we go on becoming this and that. Maybe I should become an engineer, then I will be happy. Oh no, maybe I should become a doctor, then I will be happy. No, lawyer is better. No, a celebrity is better. Glitz and glamour will make me happy. A film star I should become. Go on. And how many desires is possible? Vaichitriya chitrigratam. How many number of desires are there? Look around. How many number of beings are there? That many desires are possible. Because every being is a manifestation, is a gross manifestation of a particular desire. That many desires are possible. So this is called as Bhava Ambonidhi, an ocean, infinite. So what is that we have to understand? Any becoming is misery. Because any becoming is limitation, imperfection. And any limitation is nothing but suffocation. Why any limitation is suffocation? Because I am infinite. For an infinite being, any finite existence is nothing but suffocation. Right. So as long as I am a Jivatma, how much ever Punyatma that Jivatma may be, it is misery only. This we have to understand. So the solution is not in becoming, the solution is in being. Becoming is not the solution, being is the solution. I don't have to become something, I have to be. I have to be means what? I should be as I am, what I am. I should know myself. Right. The moment you desire, you are desiring to become a PFT, to enjoy the OET, so therefore you will be blessed with a BMI. Blessed or cursed, whatever. What is this? Gurudev's BMI chart. Om, V, after that, BMI, PFT, next one, O-E-T. What are they? Om, that pure consciousness, the self, the Satchidanand. V means vasanas, desires. B-M-I, what is it? Body, mind, intellect. Next one, P-F-T, perceiver, feeler, thinker. Next one, O-E-T, objects, emotions, thoughts. So the moment that Om, Paramatma, entertains a desire, V, vasanas, that desire has to be fulfilled. To fulfill the desire, there has to be a sense object, OET. To indulge in that sense object, there has to be an instrument, BMI. So an instrument is given to interact with the sense object. So that Om, identified with BMI, experiences the OET. This experiencer of OET through the instruments of BMI is called PFT. So what is PFT? Jivatma. What is he doing? He is experiencing. Perceiving, feeling, thinking means what? Experiencing. What is he experiencing? The world of OET. Through what is he experiencing? Through the instruments of BMI. So the moment you send a signal to the cosmos that I desire this, that the world will then start manifesting itself, busying itself, busying itself to fulfill your desire. When the child says, Amma, I want pakoda, then the mother becomes busy in the kitchen making pakoda for the child. Right? In the same way, you send a desire signal, that is V, to the cosmos. That cosmos comes back to you. And the cosmos will say, my dear child, if you want to fulfill this desire, you can't remain as Om. You will have to come as B with a M-I. The necessary condition of experiencing this world is you have to become a BMI. You can't remain as Om. The necessary condition to experience a movie in the theatre is you can't remain outside. You have to enter into the dark room called theatre. What is this dark room? The room of ignorance. Darkness of ignorance you have to enter to enjoy a movie. Isn't it? You can't stand outside and no, it's not possible. Darkness is a must, because illusion can appear real only in darkness. Right. Illusion can appear real only in darkness. And the essential condition for enjoying the movie is you must forget yourself. The Om must forget that I am Om, Satchidananda. Isn't it? You can't enjoy the movie. How to enter into the movie, the illusory movie? You have to forget yourself. You have to identify with someone in the movie. That is a BMI. A movie BMI is necessary to go through movie experiences, to experience movie time and space. So identification is necessary. What is identification? Forgetting yourself and becoming one with someone who is not you. So then you enter. The illusory world you enter. The necessary condition for entering is you must forget yourself. So the Om forgets itself and becomes one with the BMI. Which BMI? Let us say the hero's BMI. So now you have entered into the movie. Now real time, real space has no value for you. Movie time, movie space. Isn't it? There is a Maya Kalpita Desha Kala Kalana Vaichitriam is there of the movie. All Maya Kalpita, illusion. There is a Desha Kala. There is an unfoldment. There is a story which is being unfolded. right? And you enter, and then you cry, you weep, you are miserable, because the movie is a tragic movie. One by one everybody is dying. You are crying, and then you are, how to come out of this misery? How to come out? Somebody comes, my dear, somebody comes and calls, because you are plunged in grief, not knowing what to do. Why are you crying? I am crying because so many things are happening to me. Who is responsible for this? God is responsible. You are responsible. Swa ichchaya. Who asked you to enter into this theater? Paying money, booking your seat, switching off your mobile phone. Who did it? So now you are crying, and somebody asks, why are you crying? You are blaming somebody? What is the answer? Swa ichchaya I entered, now swa ichchaya I am miserable. Isn't it? I have nobody to blame. The same thing is happening with the world also. Arey Baba, get out of this theater. That's it. Any time you can get out. Who is stopping you? So ichchaya you created the world. So ichchaya you come out. Who stops you? Yes or no? Yes. I have nobody to blame. Ichcha, the will is given, free will is given. Yes sakshat karanat bhavet na punaravritti. Choice is given. Gain this knowledge, put a full stop to this infinite becomings, infinite coming backs. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare sharanam. Put an end. It's possible. How? Sakshat tat tvamasi. This sakshat karanam has to happen. So if you are serious about it, if you are enjoying this movie, etc., then fine, you can continue. Nobody is stopping you. You can go on and on and on. How long? Punaha. Bijasyantarivankuro jagadidam. Isn't it? Prang nirvikalpam punaha vaichitra chitrikritam. Again and again creation is going on. You can go on playing this game. What is that? Merry-go-round. It will go on and on and on. Sit there. Keep paying that money, whatever. Go on and on and on. It is not merry-go-round, it is misery-go-around only. The earlier you understand, the better. Yat sakshat karana bhavena punaravrittir bhavambho nidhau. Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurthaye. So this is about Sat. What is about Chit? Nana chitragatodharasthitamaha Deepa Prabhabhaswaram. Yes. So now this Atma, another property, another nature of this Atma is discussed here. What is the nature? Chit Swarupaha. Chit Swarupaha. Chit Swarupaha means what? Its nature is knowing, being aware, being conscious. This is his nature. Earlier, what was the nature discussed? Sat. existence. What kind of existence? Independent existence, absolute existence, eternal existence. Now, another aspect of this Atma is discussed. Knowing. What kind of knowing? Absolute knowing. Independent knowing. Effortless knowing. Natural, spontaneous knowing. That is called as Chit. Being aware, being conscious. Instrumentless knowing. It doesn't need any instrument to know. It doesn't need mind, etc. to know. Why? Knowing is his nature. No instrument is required. And no effort is also there. Why there is no effort? Why there is no effort? Because it is his nature. Wherever there is nature, there is no effort. Mirror effortlessly reflects. Why there is effortlessness? Because reflection is his nature. Fire effortlessly gives heat. Why? Because heat is his nature. In the same way, consciousness effortlessly knows. Why? Knowing is his nature. Knowing. So the name of consciousness is Jnanam, also knowledge. Jnanam yasyatu chakshuradikarana dvara bahihi spandate. This knowing through different sense organs, this knowing is expressed through the body, and this consciousness is knowing the outer world. Bahihi spandate. It illumines the outer world. So now, even mind is also capable of knowing, yes or no? What is the difference between mind's knowing and consciousness knowing? Is knowing natural in mind? Is the property of knowing natural in mind? No. Knowing is the property of only consciousness. But then we experience that our mind is knowing. That is like the mirror reflecting the light. Mirror appears to give light, but actually mirror has no light. It is only reflecting the light of the sun. Sun alone has light. But mirror appears as though it is giving its own light. In the same way, Chakshuradi Karana, these instruments, they appear as though they are capable of knowing. So what is the difference between consciousness knowing and mind's knowing? Mind's knowing is a thought-based knowing, whereas consciousness knowing is absolute knowing. No thoughts are needed for it. Mind's knowing is always thought-based knowing. What do you mean thought-based knowing? Without thoughts, it cannot know. It uses thoughts as an instrument to know. Right. So is it natural? It is unnatural. What is the proof that mind's knowing is unnatural and effortful? What is the proof that there is effort involved in mind's knowing? What is the proof? The proof is when the class is happening, people sleep. Right? Instead of Chinmudra, people get into Ajnana Mudra. What is Ajnana Mudra? A question mark shaped backbone. Isn't it? Snoring off. Right? This is a proof. What? there is effort. When the concepts become difficult, when the concepts become subtle, when I'm not able to understand something, mind becomes tired. When the mind becomes tired, it switches off. When the mind switches off, the body is not able to sit upright. Right? There's a disconnection and the head falls off by the pull of the gravity. The mind is not aware that the head is being pulled down. Right? The head hangs on the top of the backbone. Right? Yes. So what is it? What does it prove? It proves that there is effort in knowing. Right? It's an effortful knowing. There is difficulty. So, anything which is effortful, it will lose if there is no practice, because it is not natural. For example, as far as fire is concerned, heat is natural, but suppose you boil water with it. For water, is the heat natural? No. But when it comes in contact with fire, the water becomes boiling. But suppose the water is removed. What happens to water? The boiling water cools down. Everything tends to go to its own natural state. It is a law. Everything tends to go to its own natural state. So the water cools down, becomes, it goes back to normal temperature. In the same way, if you have gained a particular knowledge through the mind, and if you don't keep on revising it, what happens to that knowledge? It ends. So this answers the question asked yesterday. What was the statement we had made? Once there is knowledge, ignorance cannot come. But if it is a mind-based knowledge, ignorance can come, because knowledge is not the nature of the mind. You by heart something, some sloka, but suppose you forget to revise for a long time, you don't go through that text, then what happens? Dust gathers. Then what happens? You are not able to recollect. Then whatever you knew, you have forgotten. Knowledge has transformed into ignorance. This is possible only for mind. Is it possible for Chit, the consciousness? No. So once you have gained self-realization, it cannot be forgotten. Why? Because this knowledge is not gained by the mind, it is gained by the self, in the self. Once you know that knowing is your nature, where is your identification? Your identification is with the self. What is the nature of the self? Knowing is its nature. Now you are identified with the self, which has knowing as its nature. Can that knowing become not knowing? Can that knowledge become ignorance? No. Clear? So from the standpoint of consciousness, you cannot go from knowledge to ignorance. Yes, you can go from ignorance to knowledge. It is possible. Now I am ignorant, then I work hard, I gain self-realization. Yes, there is a movement from asatoma sadgamaya, from asat to sat. Tamasoma jyotirgamaya, from tamas to jyoti. Ignorance to light, ignorance to knowledge, darkness to knowledge. Mrityoma amritam gamaya. Yes, this is possible, but the reverse is not possible. So think twice before attempting self-realization. Once you go out, coming back is not possible. Okay. Punaravarti is not possible after attaining jnana. Okay? Okay. So this is the nature of consciousness. So the glory of consciousness is what we are discussing here. The only thing in this world which is capable of knowing is consciousness. And who is he? Who is it? I am that. Aham Brahmasmi. See? The glory of Aham. Everything else, it has no ability to know. Meaning, it is inert. It is jada. There is only one Chaitanya, that is me. How do you define Chaitanya? That which is capable of knowing itself and knowing others. That is called as Chaitanya. That's the definition of Chaitanya. So, the ability of the mind to know is a borrowed ability, borrowed from consciousness. This mind becomes sentient, capable of knowing, then it passes on this ability to the eyes. So now the eyes are capable of knowing. So the eyes are seeing. Chakshu is seeing. So we may think the eyes are capable of knowing. No. Eye is backed by the mind. Oh, mind is capable. No. It is backed by. Yes. Okay. So these are all the holes we can say. The hole is not giving light. Hole is only transferring the light from that Mahadipam. That Prabha belongs to that Deepa of the lamp. Prabha doesn't belong to the hole. Nana Chidram. Light doesn't belong to Chidram. Chidram is only passing on what it has got. In the same way, the mind, the eyes, etc., they are only passing on this sentiency, this capacity to know. Now in Vedanta, knower is always considered superior to the known. Knower is always superior. The one who knows is superior to one who is known. Drishya is superior to drashta. Reverse. So you are listening. What is superior? Drashta is superior to drishyam. So the eyes are looking at the flower. So who is superior? Eyes are superior. Eyes are seen by the mind, observed by the mind, witnessed by the mind. So therefore, mind is superior. Mind is witnessed by the ego. I know my mind. So therefore, ego is superior. This ego is witnessed by consciousness. So consciousness is superior. Who witnesses consciousness? There is nobody. There is a final witness. And because it is a final witness, it is a superior most, the highest. So this is one way of establishing the superiority of consciousness. Who knows whom? The boss will know the servants working. The servants don't know where the boss is. But the boss knows what the servants are doing. He has put CC cameras everywhere. Isn't it? The boss has an eye upon his employees. The observer is always superior. Another way of proving superiority is that which is inner is always superior to the outer. Pratyak, inner. Pratyak, that's the term used. Anything which is interior is superior. So again take the example. Flower is outside. It is seen by eyes. Is inside or outside? Interior, inside. Eyes are seen by the mind. Again you are going within, 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 within. Mind is seen by the intellect. Intellect seen by the ego. Ego is seen by consciousness. So the innermost essence in us, what is it? Consciousness. What is the innermost essence? The I in me. So this ultimate observer, the innermost essence in me, this aham is the superior most, which is called as Purusha. Puri Shayanat Purushaha Purnatvat iti Purushaha. What is the nature of this consciousness? Purna, perfect, complete. Right. Indriyani paranyahu indriyebhyah param manaha manasastu para buddhihi yo buddhe paratastu saha evam buddhe param buddhva samstabhyatmanamatmana. This is the instruction given. Indriyani paranyahu. They say, the wise people say, Indriyani parani. Indriyas are superior. Superior to what? Sense objects. Indriyani paranyahu. Indriyebhyah param manaha. Mind is superior to indriyas. Manasastu para buddhihi. Intellect is superior to the mind. Whatever is superior, it has the power to control the lower. The higher has the power to control the lower. Therefore, the higher is superior. The higher is interior to the, in the office also, the security guard is outside. He is seen by everyone, but the boss is inside. He is not easily available. You have to take permission, etc. Isn't it? The more and more interior you have to go, the more and more permission is needed, because the fellow is interior. Isn't it? Bhagwan is in the Garbhagudi. Only when Aarti is happening, only then you can see Bhagwan. Otherwise it's all dark. Yes or no? So the interior most is the superior most. What is the lakshana of superiority? Power, ability to control. Another lakshana of superiority is the cause. Cause is always superior to the effect. Karana is superior, Karya is inferior. Because Karya, the effect, is born out of Karana, the cause. Children are inferior, parents are superior. That is why we have to bow down to our parents, because they are superior. The lower has to bow down in front of the higher. The lower has to listen to the higher, obey the higher, then everything is fine. Right? The senses have to obey the mind. The mind has to obey the intellect. The intellect has to obey the ego, and the ego has to surrender unto the Lord, the cause. Then everything will be fine in your life, because that order is perfect. The lower bowing down to the higher. But if suppose ulta happens, then you are finished. You are finished. Indriyanam hi charatam yanmanonu vidhiyate tadasya harati prajnam. Vayurnavamivambhasi. So what will be our life? Our life will be like this boat, floating, wandering, taken here and there by this wind, directionless wind. This will be our life. So that sequence has to be respected. So we are talking about this consciousness. Janamiti tameva bhantam anubhati samastam jagat. That shines, and then the rest, everything else shines. Tameva bhantam anubhati. Where have you heard this one? Kathopanishad, Mundakopanishad. Na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam nema vidyuto bhanti kuto yamagni tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. That has been taken here. Tameva bhantam anubhati. Anubhati sarvam, anubhati etat samastam jagat. That shines, and then everything else shines. Na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam. There the sun, the moon, the lightning, the fire cannot shine. It is not an outer world which can be illumined by some sun. This consciousness is not some outer world, some Vaikuntha Kailasa. No. This world, it is a self in you. The outer light cannot illuminate. Rather, this illumines the outer light. You are aware of this outer light because of this inner light. It is this inner light which is illumining the outer light. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam. So therefore, pay attention to this light. Auspicious light, flameless light, perfect light, oilless light, which can never be put off. What is the unique feature about this light of consciousness? This light of consciousness can illumine to you Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. How are you aware of the form, of the color? How are you aware? In the light of awareness you are aware. Light of consciousness you are aware of the sound. See? So shift your attention to that awareness, because of which the sense perceptions you are aware of. What is that light because of which you are aware of your thoughts? Shift your attention to that light. So this is what you have to do at the seat of meditation. This is called as consciousness meditation. So at the seat of meditation, you shift your attention to that consciousness. So many things are being conscious. You are conscious of sound, smell, etc. You are conscious of your thoughts. So what you have to do? Don't pay much attention to what you are conscious of. Pay attention to that light with which you are conscious of. Right? The content represents the world. The illuminator of that content represents God. So meditating on God means meditating upon that consciousness because of which you are conscious of. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramanah, असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः